Guys, what is happening in Niger, and we have all seen whatever is happening in Niger, is some kind of threat to African liberation. And this is something that when I watch Ibrahim Tarawale from Burkina, the Burkina soldier general, and Mamadou Doumbouya, the junior soldier general, and Assimi Goïta, the Mali soldier general, who are those who took over leadership from coward leaders, and they have been appreciated. The three military generals have been appreciated, and I think they are doing a big thing and a big support, and giving a big support to Niger. And that is being supported by every Pan-African. And I will say something here. ECOWAS should be afraid right now because ECOWAS is coming to be damaged. ECOWAS is an organization, a terrorist organization that was built by the Western puppetry, the Western supremacists, to control African leadership because they have to decide how African leadership have to go. And that is becoming a threat to African countries because they put leaders in African countries. ECOWAS support leadership that they know that those leaders are a threat to African liberation. And as far as right now, Niger have taken over their coward leader, and we have a general right now as a leader of us, Niger. They want to take him out because France was afraid that if that changes stay, France is going out. And as far as I'm speaking to you right now, France is going out. France embassy is going out from Niger because they don't want them anymore. This is one thing it must be clear to the Western countries that we don't want them in Africa, and it is very clear because West have been telling us that they don't want Africans. So now Africa said they don't want you. Why are you forcing yourself on Africans? The French President Macron, Emmanuel Macron, is a man of terrorism. It's a man that have been known to we the Africans that Mr. Macron, Emmanuel Macron, is a terrorist and have been organizing so many terrorist groups in Africa. And that is going to stop because the West have been creating so many terrorist groups in Africa, including ECOWAS soldiers who call themselves we are ECOWAS soldiers. And the same ECOWAS soldiers in Gambia guiding the coward president to be protected because they will always, ECOWAS is a terrorist group that will always protect leaders in Africa. Those are there to destroy the African liberation or sell out the African resources out to the Western people with cheapest price. And that is no more going to happen in Africa. And we are saying that we are banning ECOWAS in Africa. ECOWAS should get out from Africa. And we are planning this war against ECOWAS. The West should understand this, that we are making this war against ECOWAS. ECOWAS should get out from Africa. If ECOWAS take any move to go to Niger, trying to bring down this general and to put the coward leader, I tell you, ECOWAS will become a history. And all the Western leaders, all the Western supremacists who are planning to send weapons to the ECOWAS soldiers, the terrorist ECOWAS soldiers in Africa, they should notice that ECOWAS is coming to become a history because every soldier, including in ECOWAS, will be a history. Your name will never be heard again in Africa because this is what you people have been planning and creating terrorist group, including ECOWAS, that you call, that you want to protect Africa with ECOWAS. But ECOWAS is a terrorist group that was created by West. And Emmanuel Macron, in the French president, is a threat to African liberation, never want to see African countries getting themselves. And that is hurting Mr. Macron right now. And I will send this message to Macron in that we don't want to see him in Africa. If any day you have been seen in Africa, you will become a history. That is the fact. An American president, American vice president, if any day you people have been seen to any African country, you will become a history. And all the European prime ministers, including the Italian prime minister, Giorgia Meloni, you will all become history. Believe me. Because you people are a threat to African liberation. And we hate you people. Can't you understand the hatred we have for you people? When you people teach us how to hate you, now you want us to love you back. When you are telling us you don't want Africans, you don't need Africans, now Africa say, well, no, we are tired of hearing this word from these Western coward peoples. That you don't want Africans when you know we make you survive, when you know you survive through us. But today you are standing, you say you don't want us. And we are saying now it's enough, it's enough. Mamadou Doumbouya, the general president, and Ibrahim Tarawale, the Burkina Faso general president, and Assimi Goïta, the Mali general president, they are taking a forward to say that, and giving this warning to the ECOWAS soldiers that if any attempt on Niger president right now, there will be a war between them, between these three generals and ECOWAS. And it is not going to be good for ECOWAS because we believe that Burkina have been supplied with weapons from Russia. Mali have been supplied with weapons from Russia. That's why I love Vladimir Putin, because he is trying to make these generals not to feel afraid to stand for Africans, because most of the Africans leaders and most of the African militaries were afraid to stand with the truth because they don't have a weapon to fight against ECOWAS or to fight against the terrorist group that was created by the Western peoples. But now Vladimir Putin have assured to the African militaries that if you are ready to liberate yourself, I will supply you with weapons. So now we are saying the true African militaries. Our soldiers in Africa are real soldiers and they are strong, just because the coward leaders are refusing to give them a good weapon to fight against the terrorist group that was created by the West, because the West have been threatening our coward leaders that if you supply your soldiers with good weapons to kill the terrorist group that was created by us, we are not going to accept you to come to our country again. But now Vladimir Putin is saying no to that slavery system and that colonial system in Africa. Vladimir Putin is trying to make sure that every military that is ready to make a coup against the coward leader, he will supply them with weapons for them to be strong to fight against the terrorist group that was created by the Western peoples in Africa. The Western people have so many terrorist groups, Boko Haram and other groups. The terrorist group between Mali and Niger was created by France and America. The terrorist group that was in Algeria, Sahara, and other places, and even Southern Cameroon was created by Mr. Macron, Emmanuel Macron, the France president. And those terrorist groups have been destroyed today by Mali and Burkina, because Mali have been taken over by Assimi Goïta, and Assimi Goïta is ready to massacre all the terrorist group that was created by West to destroy Mali and steal natural resources. France have been there to steal the uranium, and European Union have been in Niger to steal the uranium of the Niger and their gold. And now Niger have realized that NATO have built their camp, and European Union have sent their soldiers and France soldiers just to steal the natural resources of Niger. I've been talking about it for a very long time before this coup will even come, because I realized that European Union is a thief union, it's a criminal union and terrorist union. That is the fact about the European Union, and nobody is ready to tell them that they are criminal union and they are terrorist union. And I'm ready to tell them right now that they are terrorist union. We realized it for a very long time. I realized that the European Union have been in Niger just to steal the natural resources, to steal every good natural resources that Niger have. You, the European Union, have never been in any African country to help. You have been there just to steal from us, and still you call those countries a fool. You steal from us and still you call us a fool. Now we wake up, we say we are no more a fool. We are gonna stand by our right and fight for our right, and Africa is gonna wake up and stand up with its 2 feet, and that is gonna be the falling down of the Western countries by force. Either they love it or they don't like it. That is not our business. But we are trying to make sure that Vladimir Putin is safe and strong and sound, so that the West can go down. Because now, as Africa and Russia joining hands together, we are going to make sure that the West go down. And the West must go down by the grace of Jah, Almighty God, who created all mankind. Either they like it or they don't like it, the West will go down. That's my word, and that's my warning to ECOWAS in Africa, that if they attempt any attack on Niger, then ECOWAS in Africa will become a history. If the West didn't believe me, let them try anything, then ECOWAS will become. The West is not the only place that, they are not the only people who can create terrorist group. We can all create terrorist group. We can all create bandit group. We can all create our own weapons to fight against any criminalism in Africa. And that's what we are going to do now. The ECOWAS will become a history if they attempt any attack on Niger. You can stay in Gambia and keep on guiding that coward president in Gambia, because that president is not ready to wake up. But his time is coming. Everyone have to collect your own. This is a share that we are giving to the coward African leaders, and everyone will collect your own share by force, either you like it or not. A message from PANDI MAICA to ECOWAS and Gambian president and the European Union, the terrorist union in Europe, the criminal union, the thieves who steal from Africa and still call us criminals, while they are the real criminals. The West must fall down. Western countries must fall down. Poverty, in hunger, and in a war must fall down by force.